note, we should celebrate and appreciate January to December calendar for the budget. I think it's one good thing that will allow us to measure the budgets appropriately. But if you're looking at the budget, it is 20% increment compared to last year that we have 17 trillion. This year we're having 20.51 trillion, 20% increment. But the challenge is not majorly the amount, because if you look at the amount we are doing, it's small compared to our peer.
Yes.
And just within 50 trillion budget compared to our size and our economy and the growth level. However, because of revenue problem, this is our size. But moving on to the budget proper, if you ask me, my major concern is our recurrent expenditure. We keep on saying our recurrent expenditure is 8 trillion. That's not correct, because debt servicing itself, it's a recurrent expenditure as well. So adding debt service plus the actual recurrent expenditure, it gives us what? It gives us 14 trillion. So we are using 14 trillion to service our debt, and that's the major problem. So if you look at that, capital budget is 5.35 or so. Now if you look at the capital budget itself, it is what benefits a Nigerian. How? As a Nigerian, recurrent expenditure only benefit the public servants, the civil servants, and you could see our overhead costs. We'll come there later. But look at the actual capital budget, that is 5 trillion. So to construct a road, to work on education, housing, you are saying it's only 5 trillion. That's a very serious challenge. And I would also like to urge the National Assembly, you must not increase the budget or decrease the budget, but you can tweak and increase the capital budget and reduce the recurrent expenditure. That's a thing that they need to look at this point in time.
All right, so you're saying that you brought up the fact that Nigeria's budget right now is actually quite small, at 20 trillion naira,
very small,
while other countries are probably looking at 50 or more than that.
Right.
But right now, it's said that this is actually a record budget, and it's basically the highest that Nigeria has seen so far.
That is
and
the highest.
That, it's not even...
that is the highest does not mean it's the normal thing that we should do. At this level, growth, we should be doing 50 trillion above budget to engender growth that will lead to development. If not, we cannot achieve development with what we are seeing now. Because we always say we have the best growth in Africa. How has that transfer? Because it is much more figurative to talk about growth. But why development is something practical that you need to see. So we don't have the practical thing to see, simply because we are doing very minimal budget compared to our size.
All right, so taking a look at the budget